Hello, my name is Costa and I'm a Regional Manager for National Care Group. Part of my job is to ensure that we are operating safe services for each of the individuals that we support. I wanted to make a video around coronavirus to make sure that the recent government guidelines around personal protective equipment reaches everyone and that none of the messages were lost. I also wanted to reach out to the services wherever possible and however possible during this difficult time to see if people had concerns just around PPE, but also around coronavirus and what they were going through. Being in isolation can be tough, and I wanted to make sure that we still had a presence, even though we might not be able to physically be there with you in person. I hope that you find the information in this video useful, and there is some contact information at the end.
Can you tell me what a session or a break is?
A session starts when you put a face mask on. The session finishes when you take the face mask off. The reason you might take the face mask off is to have a drink or have a scheduled break, or if you're not within 2 meters of supporting an individual.
Do I have to wear gloves and aprons at all times?
You don't have to wear gloves and aprons at all times. If wearing gloves and aprons is in the individual's care plan, regardless of coronavirus, then you do need to wear it. If you're providing personal care for someone, then you do need to wear them. If you are going to be coming into contact with someone, that means physically touching, then you do need to wear them. If there's a possibility that when you're working within 2 meters of someone, that you are going to be touching them or coming into physical contact with them, then you do need to wear them.
Do you have to wear a face mask when you're near someone?
Yes. If you're within 2 meters of someone, then you have to wear a face mask. Personal care, physical contact, again, within 2 meters, please wear a face mask.
So I have to wear a face mask when I'm near someone?
Yes, when you're doing like personal care or when you're very close to somebody, definitely.
My question is, do I have to wear PPE at all times? If I'm in a separate room to the people I support, do I need my PPE on, or is it when I'm in close contact?
If you're in another room, then you don't need to wear the PPE. You only need to take precautions when you're coming in 2 meters of someone or you're going to be touching them. But you've got to remember that PPE doesn't replace hand hygiene. So if you are going into another room, then it is advisable that as a minimum, you wash and sanitize your hands.
What if staff are not wearing the protection?
If the people supporting you aren't wearing the protection that they should, then it's really important that you talk to the manager. It's not about getting someone into trouble. It could be that they've misinterpreted the guidelines or they don't know what they should be doing. The measures that are in place are for your safety, so it's absolutely okay that you tell someone if you have a concern.
I'm concerned about how the people I am supporting are going to react to me.
How people react when they see you wearing a face mask or gloves and aprons when they don't usually is a valid concern. It's a concern that we show as an organisation and other providers do too. The government's being asked to review the guidance and take this into consideration. In the meantime, it's really important that we all have a consistent approach. We need to make sure that people are safe and that they get used to seeing people wearing the PPE that's required. If you're concerned, have a conversation with your manager or try and help the individual that you're supporting to understand why the measures are in place. Because we are concerned about how people may react, we have asked some people that we're supporting how they feel about it.
Chris, how do you feel about staff wearing masks when we're supporting you?
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
I don't like it when people are wearing face masks.
Because of the virus, that's right. So who are we protecting? Protecting you and everyone else, yeah?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, does it make you feel safe, or does it make you feel a bit nervous that...
Makes you feel safe.
Yeah?
Wear a mask, yeah, safe, yeah.
As you can see, some people don't mind it and other people really don't like it. The guidance that's in place absolutely has to be followed. And if you're someone that we're supporting that is watching this video, we do understand this must be a very difficult time for you. And we only want what's best. We all want to keep you safe. And that is why the staff that are supporting you have to wear the PPE that they need to. Again, if you do find it upsetting, they are still the same person behind that apron and behind that mask that was supporting you before all of this, and they will still be willing to talk to you and try and support you through this as best that they can.
I thought it was only people that had the symptoms that could be tested.
Right, Alex. I am worried that people may have coronavirus and wouldn't know because they wouldn't have any symptoms.
When the guidance first came out, it was reliant on people having symptoms or having a cough, but as time's gone on, that has changed. It's now about getting a barrier between you and a vulnerable person. Each person that we're supporting is classed as a vulnerable person, and you are key workers. Each key worker and the people that lives with them are eligible for testing. If you'd like to know more, have a look at ncgintranet.com or have a conversation with your manager.
Where do you get the protective equipment to support people safely?
National Care Group's working really hard to get you the PPE that you need. When new guidance comes out, so far, all we've seen is an increase in the need for the PPE. So we'd ask that you use it appropriately and reduce the amount of wastage that there is. It's all about being safe, and we're working with private suppliers and the local authorities to get you the PPE so that we can keep people as safe as possible during this time.
Where do you get the protective equipment to support people safely?
It's normally like in the houses really. They'll have like a drawer and it has all of them in there, so it's easy to get to.
Good.
As well as asking people about PPE, we also spoke to them about the concerns that they had due to coronavirus and having to isolate. The next few clips are some of the questions that people had. I have tried to answer these on this video, but it is just a video, and it won't take away from the support that you're giving people every day. It's really important that our staff teams are supporting people to the best of their abilities, which I know you all are. For anyone that's watching this that uses our services, I hope some of the questions and the answers that follow will give you some comfort.
I'm
not liking the fact that I am missing my family, my family friends, my boyfriend even, and sometimes even more.
I am worried because I might feel lonely. Jed, do you miss your family and friends?
Oh, my family and friends, all the time. All the time I sit drawing and think of nothing but them.
Part of the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I do live by myself and have found it quite difficult at times to be so isolated. My family live a long way away and it is difficult not having the option to go and see them whenever I would like to. We do understand that everyone is struggling at the moment, and this really isn't what we would be wanting if we could have a choice. It's really important to try and stay connected, and the use of technology can really help that. There's been some wonderful videos that have been sent in by the activities that everyone's doing in their homes, people taking part for great initiatives like Clap for Carers. If you're sad or concerned, then have a chat with the staff that you're working with. It might be that instead of meeting face to face, you have a telephone conversation, and if possible maybe have a video chat so you can see your family members. It is difficult and no one has the answer, but try and stay connected to the people that are around you, and we hope that the support that we're providing will help you during this time.
Some people that I live with are annoying me.
Can't go out.
How long does we go on for?
You can leave the house, but I would suggest that if you've got a garden, that you use that as much as possible. I know that's what I'm doing, and luckily the weather's been really nice. Where you've got staff to support you, it's best to let them do things like shopping and getting medication that you might need. It can be difficult living with other people when you are isolating at this time. People that usually are out of the house, they're in a lot more, and this can lead to more arguments or can be frustrating for you. There's no perfect answer, but the best thing to do would be to take yourself away from that situation and talk to someone that is supporting you if you have any concerns at all. No one knows how long this will be going on for, but it's about being safe, and people being asked to stay at home is about that. It's about being as safe as possible for as long as possible.
Do you think that you will get sick?
No, because I self-isolated for the last 5 weeks.
Perfect.
But my SME, I have to shield.
If you've received a letter saying that you need to shield, it might be because of something that you would usually see a doctor about. What it means is that you are at risk more so than anyone else, and therefore you need to stay inside and stay away from as many people as possible. It will be tough and it will be lonely, but it is for your safety. Staff will do what they can, and they will wear face masks, gloves and aprons whenever they're coming into contact with you. Try to stay indoors as much as possible, and as I say, away from other people, because it is about your safety, and that's what matters first.
When you come and visit, where is your hair gone? Why you beard so long?
Yeah, I have not been able to get to the barbers like a lot of people, so in the end I was long overdue. So I've had to cut it from here, and unfortunately can't get it cut from there. But it's just a matter of staying in and being as safe as possible for everyone. As soon as everything is done, then I think that would be on my to-do list. But right at the top, I think we'll be coming to visit as many services and as many people as possible. We don't know what's going to happen, and even when measures are lifted, there is still going to be risk. So we will see how it goes. I wanted to thank you for watching our video, and there should be the email address that we've set up on the bottom of the screen. So if you have any questions or concerns, or any videos of your own, or any sort of media, anything at all that you want to share, please do email us on centraleast@nationalcaregroup.com. Thank you very much. Stay safe.